Even I didn't know. Hi, Shay. Welcome back. Okay, so what Sharon? Thank you so much for joining again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel like this is season 2. We should sign it as season 2. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. We're drawing near the we're going closer to the end of our conversation. So we're talking about what exactly? I lost my line of thought. You are going to answer a question. Who can remind us in the comment section? You are going to answer a question. Okay, I think we should just continue. If we remember, we're going to come back to that. I was talking about work-life balance. I remember now. I was talking about work-life balance and how, we invest a lot of time into education as teachers. So how do you strike a balance between your work life and the family life?
So well, I would always appreciate my husband for everything. Like, he's really been super supportive in everything that I do, right? And he is the one who has actually taught me how to balance it up. He's always very super busy with his own work, but then you see that he also creates time for family and tries to balance himself with relaxing, right? So he's the one who has taught me, because if you leave me, my life is just school, church in some instances, and then back home. So yes, it's very important. I also learned that through love trainings too, that for you to survive and work effectively, you need to balance it off, right? So what have I been doing that has worked for me? When I come back on Fridays, I don't touch any schoolwork. Fridays, I don't touch any schoolwork. I'll bring the work back home, but I won't do it because I know that I just have to rest, right, for that weekend. Saturdays, if I have any other thing to do, my family and all that, I will do that. And maybe in the evenings, I can now, let me look at this work. On Sundays, I can now look at the work, right? Yeah, so because family is equally as important as your work, right? And it's very important.
Not more important.
More important, exactly. Yeah, that's how I've been able to, and it's been working. Like my what's it called, midterm breaks and all that. I enjoy my midterm breaks. I can make sure that I rest properly. Like we came back from first term, half term break, and someone just said to me, Mr. Okafor, you look well rested though. Like, you look what did you do? I'm like, yes, I rested. I can't come and kill myself. Like, I mean, rest.
It's important. Important.
It is, because if you don't rest, how can you function? You stress over the holiday. Your holiday is meant for you to rest, and you're stressed over the holiday. You come back, and then there's work for you. There's work waiting. Like, you start working even before school resumes, even before the children come back.
Yes, exactly.
So how are you going to adjust if you have not had rest yourself? If you don't do that, you break down during the term. You lose out on a lot of things. The children, what you won't be at peace. You'll be thinking about your work. Me personally, I won't be at peace. I know that I'll be thinking about my work, my children, how they coping and all that. Then your health is equally as important. So take care of yourself. Rest. Find time to rest. Thank you, Mr. Larishala.
I can see that she says I can attest to that. There's always a lot to be done. We just have to try to strike a balance at some point. So I also recall that when we started our discussion, you talked about the fact that I think we mentioned technology in education, that it is very important. You can't afford to do anything, be it carpentry, whatever it is, no matter how menial you think your job is, you have to include technology. So how do you stay abreast of technology in the classroom? Like, how do you stay current with not only technology as well as new methods of teaching?
Okay, so my school is big on training and organizing trainings for the staff in-house. We have the in-house trainings. We have teachers who will train us. We have the leaders who train us as well. So that's how we also keep abreast and then communicate. Then
Okay.
collaboration. Remember we talked about collaboration. That's a 21st century skill. A teacher hears something or knows something and shares with us. Within the year group too, when we're having year group meetings, there's something new that comes up. You learn. Everything is out there on the internet. There's a lot of information out there. So I follow a lot of teachers online, both on social media, on Instagram, and I learn new methods. I see their videos, things that I can even use for my child or who is in infant school. So I've never taught an infant school, that
School
environment yet.
child.
So I learned from them to how they use different teaching methods and then use it too for my child. So there's,
Awesome.
like I said, there's a lot of information out there on the internet. You have to leverage on it. There's a lot of resources that are even free resources. Most of them, yes, are paid for, right? But then there are lots of free ones as well available on the internet as well. So everything is out there. And like I said, trainings, whatever any opportunity you find, learn a course, pick up a skill, and get prepared. Because education is moving. I said that earlier. It's moving. The world is changing. The way everything is moving. Education is running. Like you won't even believe the way. When I tell some other teachers in other schools of the things I'm doing in my own class, they're looking at me like I'm falling from the sky. Meanwhile, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So we just need to keep training, learning, relearning, unlearning to get better at what we
Awesome.
do. Yeah.
Awesome. So I have just one more question for you for this evening. But while you're answering that question, I know we have an audience. So if there's anyone that would like to ask a question, please type your question in the comment section and it will be read out to Adaku. So my last question for you is, what is your vision for education in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole? Because I know that there's a whole lot of potential in this region of the world, and if we're going to unleash that potential, we can bank on education. So what's your vision for education in Nigeria? Because we may have some lawmakers watching us right now.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned one of the visions I had earlier when we had the first session, and for me, that is ensuring that education, quality education, standardized education is affordable or made available to children. We have many children who don't have access to education at all, not of good education, quality education, right? And it just takes the effort of policymakers to ensure that this works. Education needs to be properly funded, budgeted. Funds need to be allocated to all these things. Teachers need to be trained. Teachers need to be trained. I was telling someone that I was supposed to go to my schooling. I was supposed to travel down to my place of birth, where I grew up in Jos. And one of the things I planned on doing was to go back to my secondary school and see how I can, maybe talk to teachers or train them or just let them know, different things that I know of now. That's what I wanted to do, and I still see myself doing that. So teachers need to be trained. Teachers need
Please,
to be
I would
aware.
like to be a part of that vision. Just let us know when it's time.
Yeah, I will. So I think like I said, many teachers don't, even in religious care. Like I said to you earlier, when somebody called and said, "Oh," and I say, "This is how I do things. This is how we run things in my school." They're surprised that how. Meanwhile, it's just little things, right? Just little details, paying attention to details, being abreast of things happening around the world, and all that would help. So if that is possible, training teachers and then equipping them with all that they need. Financially is very important. So teachers
Let's
also
talk about that. I like it. Let's talk about that.
Teachers also need to be paid. We can't be paid as much as we give. That is true, because I also like to balance things off, right? because I like to look at things from an aspect of the employers and all that. We can't
as
be
well.
remunerated. What was that word, please?
Remunerated.
Paid as much as the effort we put in. But then I believe
Yeah.
it's, and so this is the all around the world. That's all around the world are underpaid to start with. But then if you look at how much some teachers are earning, and you know, some of them have families, especially in the public sector and all that. So yeah, let me start again. It's for affordable education, quality, available to everyone. Teachers need to be trained and then put sent into those classrooms and then properly, you know, compensated or paid for the work that they do. That would be a lot of motivation. Imagine if something as little as maybe what's it called, health insurance, something as little as health insurance for maybe you and your family members or something. Do you understand? When you see that, it gives you some hope that okay, I'm even being thought about. You know, something as little as giving your children maybe free tuition, you know, it's encouraging. It is, you know, something like that. Even though, even if you can't, you know, do a lot more, just let the teacher feel that you are accepted. And I see the work you do, and I appreciate it. I think that's what, and I know that, you know, school owners are doing a lot. I just commend them, and I know that they can do better. The government do, everybody has lots of roles to play. So that's it.
Yes. Wow, beautiful. I heard affordable education. I heard quality, even though it is affordable, we should not compromise on quality. I heard
Quality.
teacher training as well as sufficient revenue. Teachers, sorry, the is one of passion. I hope you got that. Let me go again because
Yeah,
a call was
you
trying
lost
to come in.
you have some
The work
points.
we,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry. The work we do as teachers is one that is fueled by passion.
Yeah.
Nobody can adequately pay you for that job, but to a large extent, there has to be enough to go by and live comfortably as teachers. So thank you so much for your time with us this evening. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Would you have any
Thank
last
you.
words for people in the audience, people watching us?
Well, I thought someone would have a question or well before we close,
Yes.
have any
Yes. I didn't see
comments,
any
any
question.
question? Okay.
I can see a lot of love, love, love. We love
Hi.
you.
Hi. Yui.
Hi, Millie. Does anyone
Hi.
have a question? Okay. Let's just wait a bit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've had value for my time. And okay, even if you don't have questions, let's get your feedback. Did you get value for your time with us? And please, do you want to say thank you to Adaku Okafor for being with us this evening? Please, can we say thank you? Can we love up on Okay.
You. Oh
Okay, I
yeah.
see a question for you from Millie the writer. She says, how can we teach others to see the teaching profession as rewarding?
Hmm. So I mentioned earlier, right, when we started that I didn't think I was going to teach ever, even though I knew that yes, I was teaching everybody around. I knew that I had it in me, but I didn't know I was going to end up being a teacher, right? Funny, my mom is a teacher. I grew up from a family of teachers. So my dad was a professor before he died.
Whoa.
Yeah. So both parents, my
Whoa.
parents, I'm the only one that took over them. The others, they ran away. They ran away. So yeah, how do we teach others to teach? So you see, nobody would understand teaching as much as the teacher. Nobody will understand the job that we do as better than the teachers that do the job. You understand? Teaching
Exactly.
is not for everybody. I remember we had one what was it called? I think it was a debate or so that is teaching a calling or is it a what there's one debate that we had one time. So I believe that teaching has to do with your passion. First of all, not everybody can be a teacher, and
Not
there's no
everyone.
you can't convince people enough that you cannot. Some people will not relate with you. Do you understand? So when you're able to catch them young, kind of like, and get that cohort of people who understand, train them, make them feel happy. Like I said, we mentioned earlier, that give them all those benefits. It may not be so much, right? But then make them understand that. Just treat them well, and I think
Exactly.
they would, yes, and they won't. People won't understand. They won't understand. So it's just left to you as a teacher yourself. You know the work you put in. You know the job you do, and then keep doing it. Just keep doing it. You're not doing it for anybody. Remember, the learners or the focus. Those children, they're very important. Seeing them grow, seeing them progress, seeing them achieve is very important. So, that, I think that does that answer that, Millie?
Millie, the writer, does that answer your question? Okay, I'm sure she'll give us feedback shortly. I think that one of the exciting things about teaching is not even the pay. That's the truth. It's not about the monetary value that you get at the end of the month. I think that it's more about the transformed lives that you see in your classroom. It's more about how you see what a child is when they come into your classroom and compare it to what they are when they are leaving your classroom. And there's nothing that beats the satisfaction that comes from that. So I think you just nailed that right. Thank you so much. And I think everyone in the comment section as well is saying thank you so much. Thank you. And I believe they're saying thank you because it was value for their time. Yes, it was indeed value for my time. Thank you so much for showing up. So everyone, this is a Teachers Lounge NG, and we have conversations like this once a month for now. The next one will also be coming up on the last Saturday of February. So please ensure to be a part of it. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for engaging with us in the comment section. And we'll see you next month. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for the
Thank
love. Thanks for
you.
the support. God bless you. Bye. Thank you, Teacher Lounge, for having me.
Thank you.
I love
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much.